The second step of creating your campaign is the actions page. And this is where you decide how many points someone will get for a certain action, right? And I'm going to walk you through this step by step to make sure it's as clear as possible, right? So first of all, there's a couple things where you can give immediate points for. In this case, sign up means that's the number of points. If someone joins your campaign, that's the number of points they automatically will have. So let's say you enter 1 right here. It means that anyone who enters their email address will get 1 point right away, right? So this means that, for example, in case you're running a contest, like I showed you in the incentives video, everyone who has a point will already have a chance of winning, right? The referral sign up means that's the number of points someone will get in case one of their friends would sign up. So again, any person who joins your campaign will have received their own unique invite link so that we at Vyral can keep track on your behalf who refers who, like who has actually sent a friend who then joined your campaign as well. Let's say I'm the participant and I join, I enter my name and email address, I get 1 point. But I then share my link on social media, right? And one of my friends joins. That means I get an extra 20 points, right? If then another one of my friends joins, I get another 20 points, right? I got 40 points, right? And this setup is useful in case you want to incentivize to really get as many people as possible to join your contest, for example. And besides incentivizing whether people actually enter their name and email address, you can actually also incentivize the sharing on itself. So on the page, which I'll show you in one of the next videos, you can actually have various buttons up there to make it easy for people to share on Facebook, to share on WhatsApp, etc. So in summary, these are really the tools that you have to get people to share their invite link with all their friends, to get their friends invited as well, right? You can give them a certain amount of points for every single person that they bring on into your campaign. Plus, you can give them a certain amount of points just for clicking the share button. But on top of that, there's also a very powerful tool here at the top, which we call custom actions. And this allows you to incentivize other actions, right? For example, joining your Facebook group, or joining your messenger on Facebook, or joining your subscribing to your podcast, subscribing to your YouTube channel, right? And the way this works is that you can either create something custom, or you can select any of the pre-created custom actions. For example, follow a channel on YouTube. And then obviously you can change the text, like follow our channel on YouTube, or follow us on YouTube. You can change that as you see fit. You would then enter your channel URL here, right? And you would give a certain amount of points to complete the action. And here you would give instructions of what they will have to do, like, you know, hit the subscribe button at the very top, for example. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but just as an example, you would go to the next step. And then what you can do is you can ask for a confirmation, right? Because again, custom actions, you can incentivize anything you'd like. You can incentivize, for example, like I said, subscribing to your YouTube. You can incentivize, check out my sales page. You can incentivize, join my Facebook group, like all these different things. But there's no technical way of verifying whether they've actually done that, which is obviously an important part. You'd like to know for sure, or at least as certain as possible, that they have in fact, for example, joined your Facebook group. So the way to accomplish that is to ask a confirmation question. For example, let's say you incentivize people to join your Facebook group. What's the topic of the first post you see, or something, of the welcome post, for example. And then there's two options, which I'll show you in a bit. You can either say they'll have to enter an answer, they'll need to type in an answer, and we're just going to assume that for the sake of them answering it, like they've answered it, that they've actually done that. Like, that's sort of like psychology. We're asking the question, and then like, to be able to answer that, I actually need to answer that question, right? Or you could go a bit more strict, which is to enter a multiple choice question, and that would mean that they'll have to select the right answer, right? So then there would be like answer 1, for example, answer 2, answer 3, etc. And for example, this one is the correct answer. You can either show an error if it's an incorrect answer, right? So I would create this. This is how it would look, and I could obviously change that to, for example, this color, so it looks exactly like a YouTube button, and I would add the custom action button, right? And for your audience, how it would look on the final page, when they would click the button, they would see something along those lines. Like they would have instructions, hit the subscribe button at the very top. They would click that and they would then go to your YouTube channel, right? And then after that, they would get a certain question which they need to answer. And if they answer the right question, they'll get those number of points. If they enter the wrong question, then they won't get those number of points. So that's an extra way of how you can leverage a viral, not just to get them to invite all their friends, but also to deepen the relationship, to get people, once they're inside your funnel, to get them to follow you in different social networks, to get them to subscribe to your, for example, Pinterest or to your Instagram or wherever you are publishing content, to deepen their relationship with your audience.